Hello, everyone, and welcome to Light Language Messenger. And those of you watching on the Great Awakening Generator, you're very welcome. So good to see that many of you are watching the videos for Light Language. And I so appreciate that you're watching, and I appreciate all your comments. And I will, from time to time, be sending a shout out to any of you that's watching, and just out of appreciation, because we're a community, right? And if you're watching it and it resonates with you, then it says to me that, yeah, something is working. Something that we're doing here on the channels is reaching out to people, and I hope making a difference. So today's card is coming again from the Magic of the Unicorns Oracle deck by Diana Cooper. I'm going to bring it up there, but I will say something as well. Some of my observations for the last couple of days. As you know, I didn't put anything out simply because I felt that with everything that was going on in my world, that I probably needed the time out. And it was a good time for reflection. And also, with the time for reflection comes answers to questions I have, and probably some of you have as well, because we have been doing stuff in terms of, talking about what's happening in our world. Some of us are going through a tough time. Some of us are going through good times. But even in good times, even in tough times, even if in good times, there are things that are happening that don't make sense. And then even in the tough times, there are good things that are happening. And then you think, well, why can't it be more like that? But we're all going through our transformation process, right? And we are clearing out a lot of the shadows in our world. And I think if we look at it from that perspective, then yes, very much, something that is needed. So today's card is the Cosmic Pearl. It's Cosmic Pearl, it's Cosmic Pearl. It's a number 34 card. 3 plus 4 equals 7, which is the number that is always related to God, or God, the universe, whichever you relate to in terms of that. The card, a synopsis or the description is: expand your psychic gifts, open the gate to the angelic realms. Now, before I looked at the description in the book, when I started or before recording, what I had asked was for the help of the archangels, the 12 archangels. And why that came to me was, I have said last week that I am going to invoke the archangels to help me, as well as my unicorns, because these are the beings that can help me, that I trust without a shadow of a doubt. So they are not, but what I meant by that was, it isn't a guide that came to help me and hasn't got the message to leave and is still staying and running the replay of something that doesn't serve me in this time and space. So I'd said that last week, and then my friend Kathy Vassetti sent me another video. She sent me the Bradley Nelson one, Dr. Bradley Nelson, which I listened to, and I tell you what, it was awesome. And I know I keep promising to put things in the description box, and I forget, and I apologize for that. I'm really sorry. I will do my best when I post this today to add those links. So I watched that of Dr. Bradley Nelson, and then I watched this other one that Belinda Womack, a lady called Belinda Womack. Both of these were on Alex Ferrari's channel, The Next Level Soul. And Belinda Womack channels the 12 archangels of the Central Sun. And I think, well, you can't make the stuff up. And then coming back to the description in this book, again, in there, the archangels turn up together with the unicorns, right? So today, if you have a unicorn, before we go into any of the language or the description box, I'll ask you to take a couple of seconds to tune in. Just get into your quiet space and breathe, maybe. Beautiful, beautiful card, this one. And the reason I'm asking you to take a few moments to breathe deliberately is so that you can invoke or bring into this time for yourself, your unicorn, before we proceed. Thank you. Thank you, friends. Thank you for joining us in this time. So friends, I'm going to read what this card says. I love this unicorn. It looks so like my stellanite. I keep thinking, because I've seen those golden gates there, that I've done this card before. And I cannot remember when. I've gone to look back and I can't find it. So friends, if I've done this card before with you, whilst I might have done the card, I didn't read the description. The description makes a whole lot of difference. Once we've done the card and we've gone through the process, I will say some things that I've learned, a few of my learnings in the realizations and learnings and reflections that I've had in the last couple of days. And I will say that more as an encouragement for you. Let's read. Cosmic Pearl. Expand your psychic gifts. Open the gate to the angelic realms. Luminous, iridescent cosmic pearls glow with the divine feminine energies of caring, nurturing, beauty, creativity, peace, enlightenment, and inner serenity. Archangel Jules, who is in charge of all the waters of the planet, is instrumental in the creation of these pearls. Water is the psychic element, and it enables them to maintain a very high spiritual energy. They help you attune to the currents of the universe and also enhance your psychic abilities. Archangel Christiel, who oversees the causal chakra and the moon, co-creates the cosmic pearls with Archangel Jules. He is the pure white Archangel of Peace, who guards the Stargate of Lyra, the unicorn's entry point for this universe. So, the Stargate of Lyra is the unicorn's entry point for our universe. When unicorns illuminate a cosmic pearl, they increase its effect tenfold. Your guidance today is to ask your unicorn to light up a cosmic pearl and place it in your third eye. Know that it is waking up your latent psychic abilities or gifts. Then ask that it expands to include your causal chakra, which is above and slightly behind your crown chakra. For this contains your gateway to the angelic realms. Receiving this card suggests that these gates are opening wider for you now. Tune in to your wisdom. Then send a cosmic pearl to people and situations that need its gentle influence. Take a moment to see this blessed pearl light up and purify the waters of our planet. So friends, I am going to give us a moment to breathe. We will do 3 things. In this time of breathing, we will invoke the help of our unicorn for ourselves. We will ask our unicorn for a cosmic pearl to be placed, for it to place a cosmic pearl in our third eye. Now, Think of someone that needs a cosmic pearl that is in your world. A friend, a collective of people, a family member. Think of someone who needs a cosmic pearl. Think of people who might need a cosmic pearl. I am thinking of the people of Maui, or in particular, people of Lahinia in Maui. And I'm asking the unicorns to invoke a cosmic pearl for the people of Maui. You can do the same for anyone, whether it's the people of Maui or whether it's anyone else in your world that you feel you want to invoke the unicorn's help in placing a cosmic pearl into their third eye or into their space, or for them. You don't have to get invasive or anything by placing it in the third eye, but bringing a cosmic pearl for that person or for a collection of people. And once you've done that, friend, I ask you again to take another breath. Now we ask our unicorn to bring in a cosmic pearl for the waters of the planet. Olai lamahai loko lahe. Ola kem maleko lamatai la to falena he. Ola vasike topale no fe. Oia ola makota tahiu. Alekito la fasea la mahi. La mahi la mozza la mahi. Colate la vazzo azzaneto. La kosha la mahi la hina la hina la hina. Ola kamato la katafala keto talamahi la doye. O mahamaya magaya. O la vota la kilota meheta. Kola vatalea o la tierra. La hola amagaya okalamahiela ura kafaselo daleta hela eramo hela magaya. Ola katata mara katoma hito tatarai toraiahi. Ola makata vala katona hela makichola tena ilahi. Olahi. O namai samala katamala kotama tatarana katafai. Kurana kasala katatarana kaifara katomahi. Oh friends, Samakadomakia. Ejabala katafarana katato tatarama safakarano tutahe. Esmara kutanade karastamakita faranatahe. I'll stop sharing this, friends. But before I do, I just want to point out there's water in the background of this cosmic pearl. And there are stars, there are orbs, there are one of the things we can do is to drink water. Drink is we are reminded to imbibe water, drink water. My affirmation at the moment is I am illuminated by a cosmic pearl. I'll stop the share. Okay, friends. Samala kotono karate tata. Thank you so much for joining me. But I want to just say, in the last few days, I have had, some realizations, some epiphanies. And the last recording I did, it was about numerology and using numerology. So I am going to change my business name. I was going to be closing the business, as I said a few times in the past few weeks. And it suddenly makes sense why my guidance was saying not to give up accounting, because I'm probably not meant to do that. I love accounting. I know some people who think it's boring will think, well, what? Yeah, I do. I love accounting. I love teaching it. I love teaching accounting software to people. I've always loved what I've been doing. And I've had to take this journey these last 6 to 8 months to come to the realization I actually do love my work. I love people and I love working with people. And I'm loving doing this. So I don't know how it all fits in. But hey, let me say this. If you're looking for somebody to do your accounting, your regular day-to-day bookkeeping, and you have a business and it's getting away with you, you know where to find me. Give myself a plug. But yes, always operating from higher perspective, by the way. Yeah, okay. Nevertheless, that was jovial. That was me being making a joke. But you know, if you ever thought you want to entrust me with your business, there's that possibility too. I do that. But coming back to this, that part about my self promotion. It is true, but please don't be put off that I did that. It was jokingly done. I realize that, and I want to say that if you are in a situation where you feel like it's catch-22 and you don't know what to do, then I'm going to encourage you to do some energy healing. Amanda Danielson we did an interview on the Great Awakening Generator. Check that interview out. I believe that Amanda has an answer a lot to how to shift things. And if you have guides that haven't left, Claudia Tidgens does this as well, by the way, but Amanda will help you remove those things, almost like I think if things are being demonic, then Amanda is your lady. Okay. And so I feel like there are so many people, like if you're feeling physically unwell, that auric magnetic healing that Robin Gordon did was great. Who else? Carol Bird does auric magnetic healing as well. So I'm giving plugs to people because they've come to the Great Awakening Generator and they've done those things, and the help you need is here. We have enough people on the planet to help us, whether it is the mainstream medical system, because remember when we say you can use energy healing, you can use Reiki, for example. We're not saying forego medical advice, because we will never say that. These things supplement and complement what is happening in the mainstream. They have equal value. So there you go. Anyway, so I had this epiphany that perhaps I need to change the name of my business, because my business the business name was definitely a challenge number in terms of the numerology, because Jane was talking about numerology last week, remember? Jane Scarrett. And so there's Jane. If you want to talk about your numerology, get in touch with her. Yeah, absolutely. I will get in touch with me, and I'll also, put her email address on there, as I said I was going to, and I will do it, so that you can contact her directly, and maybe she'll help you with the numerology. And, Jane has done kinesiology and stuff like that too. So that's what I've realized, and my intention is to go ahead. I also feel like a lot of what's been happening in my world has taken away motivation. And I feel like I am asking the archangels to bring back my motivation. I need my motivation. I need that element of motivation. I need to love life again. The last 3 years have been the darkest nights, night of the soul experiences that I've ever had in my whole life. It started in 2018, but the last 3 years were the worst. I didn't know how it was going to be. I knew something was coming, but I knew something was coming for a collective. I just didn't know how it was coming for me. And now when I reflect on it, I think, how could I not know that in March of 2020? With some of the stuff that was going on with me, how could I not realize, that was my neighbor saying hello, how could I not realize that this was going to happen to me, that it was going to get darker? So, friends, there's a lot of help out there. You don't have to you don't have to continue with your suffering, is that what I mean. This is what my realization was on the weekend. Also realize this weekend, we really need to look at the relationships that we have. Abundance of good, aligned relationships. People that resonate. People that have got the kind of integrity you have. Those are the people that you need to have in your world. Sometimes people want to help us and they're good friends, but sometimes the boundaries can be blurred. Yeah, the lines can be blurred. And we need to remember that. So I say this to you, and I love and leave you now. And thank you so much for joining me. I'm trying to think if there was something else. Yes, there was that about the numerology. I also realize it is an important time to take time out. And I think that what we're doing on the Great Awakening Generator, to have time out of all the series, is an absolute must, and it was great to do that. I'll also remind you on the Great Awakening Generator that Dr. Darek will return in September. He hasn't gone, as in we're no longer going to do the series. The tapping techniques, Barbara has been quite busy, so we didn't have the time to actually do recording for today, but that will come. All right, and Barbara's got a lot going on. She's a very busy lady, but she's been wonderful, great show of love to us by giving us a time. So we'll be fine. And I'll do the light language. I'll be better at it. I always say that, and I promise. I mean that, though. I do mean that. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Refreshment, relaxation, and rejuvenation. The 3 hours that we're using here on the Great Awakening Generator and on the light, and of course Light Language Messenger, because that's where we are posting this first. These are the words that we're using for the next month or so. I also want to say, enjoy the Mercury retrograde. I think this Mercury retrograde is different for all of us. It's not going to be like a previous Mercury retrograde. This is the Mercury retrograde that gets you to go back and reflect on your life and fix those things that really, really, truly need attention. Yeah, it's helping you to, just fix those things, like address those things that you left there, just a little bit of dirt under the carpet, for example. Just go clean it out completely. So that's what I am enjoying about the Mercury retrograde, because I do want to clear those things that linger. I want them out. Yeah. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a wonderful evening or morning. It's evening here in New Zealand, as you can see with the lighting, and I've forgotten to put the hallway light on, so it looks dark out there. But I know that many parts of the world you'll be awake or awakening to your morning, and some of you are still in Sunday, especially those in America. So thank you so much for joining me, and I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye, everyone.